Oia. Ano ai ke aloha ia ka kua pauloi ke ia ka kahiaka aloha. Mahalo nui au kou, ka hele mai ka papa.
I've been teaching classes in the hale paʻahao for 4.5 going on 5 years. It's critical that we continue to avail the doorway of aloha to our brothers and sisters who made choices that were not right, not well, not just, not fair, choices that hurt others, but still we must continue to avail ourselves in ways that reflects that we are cognizant of the fact that our incarcerated people started out as somebody's son, somebody's daughter. And somewhere along the line, something either failed to get to them or there was a lesson that failed to stick.
So you're going to stand firm because that's what it says, Kumu Hinaʻs. Instead of being a follower, you're going to be a leader because why? What was the whole understanding? What was the whole understanding when you relate it back to this one? This mele speaks to what? Leadership
of the past.
Tell me.
We look into the leaders of the past, the leaders of the old days.
I aspire for them and to see it's okay for them to see themselves as kanaka. It's okay for them to embrace a life that doesn't necessarily have to keep chasing after that American dream. To see that they have a greater list of options. Sometimes our own are so colonized. Thus, my class has to be rooted in our culture. It must be rooted in establishing our identity and reaffirming that it's okay for us to be kanaka, that it's actually good for us to be kanaka.
My knowledge of knowing who I am as a person, as being Hawaiian, being kanaka, being of this, I feel proud, you know, because I'm learning how to speak. Just knowing the words, learning about specific places, it's just something that makes me feel good. I feel I can get chicken skin. Once I hear her chanting, I start getting chicken skin or anything.
What Hina does in the prison is so deep. It is life-changing behavior. It is the inculcation of the culture. You take it deep inside you now. You're not just saying Hawaiian words, you are living it. You are being it. Our values are not something we just talk about. Our values are something we live. Kuleana is not just a word. It is your responsibility. And the expectation Kumu has is if you are Hawaiian, then you will have character. You will live up to the kupuna and what the kupuna expect of us. And that's what she teaches in her classes.
Since I've been in this class, I cannot read Hawaiian, I cannot understand them, but you know, when you make them like this, like our pule, and then you turn them over and get them in English, and I can read them and understand them, and I can realize, hey, I believe in the same thing. You know what I mean? It's just in a different language. You know what I mean? And if that's who I am and that's what my people are about, I'd like to learn more about that. You know what I mean?
Kanaka culture, language, and history has the capacity and the power to set a precedent, set a standard, to establish parameters, and to provide the framework and guidelines, as well as the foundation in how we do what we do, what we need to do. And in the case of hale paʻahao, I see the light go on when I'm in class. When I see someone in my class break down and cry, then I know that I got there. I got to somebody. When they come to the pu'uhonua, they should feel free to release.
Because this is our sacred place, this is our sanctuary where we practice and where we learn.
You know, Kumu Hina teach me all of the kind, you know, about not holding things in, but relieving all the old stuff. Never bring back the old, but bring out the new, you know.
We talk about anything and everything. You know what I mean? Whatever is on one of our minds, we just speak up about it and we speak on it. And we grow from it.
What I like to leave behind is this prison mentality of putting on a facade, of trying to be something that the system made you to be. But in actuality, we're all family, we're all related to one another. And what the system put on top of us is that everything is mine.
Many of the Kanaka in my class, my attendees, at every turn, they are forced back into the system, the mindset, and the culture that is contradictory to who we are as a people.
Hourly, they would be sad to see that kind of things happen. Especially our families, they seeing us, being stuck inside on revolving doors.
My whole life I am coming in and out. And you get the eyes looking at us, and when I get out here, I don't like the eyes looking at me. I always gonna see Hina's face when I get out of here. No matter what I do.
Even before and after we leave the class, Kumu Hina is still on us. So.
Wait. I'm still on you. Do explain. What am I on you for? This is very good. What am I on you for?
Because we need to practice even in class and outside of class. Our kuleana and our responsibility, because we are accountable.
There's everything to say about choices and accountability. We don't teach people to steal. We don't teach people to kill. These guys are responsible for some of the most heinous crimes that you can think of. Worse.
The more dangerous the crime, the more harmful the crime. And I'm talking about murder, I'm talking about rape, I'm talking about sex abuse of children. Just real harm done to the soul of the individual. The harder I am as a questioner. And I hold these prisoners responsible for their conduct. But I will tell you that I will sit in a parole hearing and the prisoner will come in and he'll sit down and I will know like that, this is one of Hina's students. Because he sits upright. He looks me directly in the eye, the three of us. He speaks clearly, he has good posture, he's respectful of us and of himself.
The lesson I learned from this class is respect myself, keep my head up. I learned to give respect, learn to give respect.
The first time I saw Hina in Hālawa, I pulled her aside and I told her that I could spot your prisoners. They are so good. They are so good. You're doing such great work with them, and she seemed pleased to hear that. We are so fortunate to have Hina in the prisons. And when I say we, I mean community is so fortunate that she's able to turn these people around in this deep, deep way. And imagine if we could replicate that, yes, not only in prisons, but actually in schools. For Hina, who is Kumu Hula, culture is more than entertainment. Culture is lived. Culture is deep. Culture is our identity. God bless Hina. God bless her.
I take great reward in knowing my work in the community will hopefully touch just one Kanaka. Just one. That they would feel better about themselves. That they would feel more confident about who they are and who they can be. And that they, one Kanaka at a time. I don't have to try to change life for the Lahui, but one Kanaka at a time. And then it makes everything and anything that I do worth it. And I hope that the Kanaka that come to my class will turn things around for themselves and that they would start to be a contribution in positive ways to themselves, to their family, and to their circles.